Hi, it's nice to see you again. When I was talking with my friend Marcus the other day, we were watching ants, and it reminded me that I had this book that talked about all kinds of different things animals do in order to survive. And one of them has a part of them talking about ants. The title of the book is Exploding Ants: Amazing Facts About How Animals Adapt. Here's the introduction. Why animals do gross things. Animals often do things that seem gross to us. They eat foods that people would find nauseating. They make their homes in disgusting places and feed on mucus and blood. They swell or blow up their body parts. But while these behaviors are nasty to us, they are critical to life on Earth. They make it possible for many kinds of living things to find food, shelter, and safety. Different species make use of every possible space and gobble down every nutritious crumb of food in the natural world. If every species of animal ate exactly the same kind of food or lived in the same place, there simply wouldn't be enough to go around. It would become impossible for all of the species to survive. So, instead, animals specialize. One predator eats flesh, while another feeds on blood. As a result, when it comes to eating, nothing is wasted. Almost every part of every living animal, from skin to dung to mucus, can provide food for some other species. All of these things contain good nutrients. An animal that has the right digestive organs and chemicals can easily break them down. Similarly, when it comes to finding shelter, animals make use of any hole or space or building material that they can find. For example, the smelly, slimy holes and organs inside the body of a bigger animal can often provide a warm, protective home for small animals like insects. Finally, animals often put their body parts to good use. Animals don't have bags to carry things around, tools to open things, knives to cut things, or weapons to defend themselves. Instead, they use their own bodies in ways that seem gross to us. By stretching, swelling, and bursting open, they can trick predators, store food, swallow big gulps, and defend their nests. This part is called swelling, expanding, and exploding bodies. Living honey jars. The swollen sacs of nectar that hang from the roof of a honey ant nest are actually alive. They're the fat bodies of ants that have turned themselves into living honey jars. The honey jars are worker ants that store food and are known as repletes. Repletes spend their lives hanging upside down from the roof of their nest, waiting to feed or be fed. Their bodies provide sterile, airtight food containers. It is when the colony has lots of extra food that the repletes get fed. Each replete receives regurgitated or spit up food from hundreds of ordinary worker ants. The food consists of a golden liquid filled with a pre-digested mix of termite parts and plant nectar. As they take in more and more food, the repletes swell. Soon their rear ends or abdomens are as large as small grapes. The swollen ants then climb to the roof of the nest and continue to eat. They remain on the roof for months, hanging by their claws, barely able to move. If for some reason a replete falls down, Other workers must help drag its large balloon-like body back up to the ceiling. When food supplies outside the nest run low, the repletes become the feeders. Hungry nestmates now gather around them for food. They touch the replete's antenna with their own. Then the repletes regurgitate big drops of golden honey. The extra food provided by the repletes is important to the colony's survival. Honey ants live in large colonies in the dry desert regions of North America, Africa, and Australia, where food is often scarce. Storing food in their living honey jars enables the colony to make it through the hottest, driest desert seasons. The sweet honey of the honey ant repletes is not only food for other ants, but also for some people. The Aborigines in Australia consider the swollen honey ants to be sweet treats and pop them into their mouths like candy. In the picture I'm going to show you, these swollen honey ants are clinging to the roof of their nests, and there's a honey ant showing how the replete regurgitates nectar to its nestmate. So interesting. Isn't this world interesting? There's so many animals and so many adaptations they have to live. See you next time.